Okay. Does that fix it? What? What? I didn't change anything. YouTube's fine. YouTube's just fine. What? Still, yeah. What? I literally didn't change anything since last time. I literally changed nothing. What? Why though? Apparently it's a resolution thing, but I don't even have it linked. Hold on. He's doing this. What? What? Hold on. Start that. I don't know why that fixed it, but it looks like I fixed it. How's the... the quality is okay. Well, thank you for bearing with me with that. That was dumb. That was very dumb. Today, I don't know what I'm doing. No plans whatsoever in the slightest. It's still the same for me. Try reloading. It's working on my end. Just try like refreshing or like reopening the app or something. I guess I'll just check shops. I'll wander around a bit, see what's happening. Ooh, diamonds. Ba, ba, ba. Nope, still same. Guess I'll watch it from YouTube. Why? It was. Hold on. It's working on my phone. Wait. Yeah. I'm pulling it from my phone just fine. And if I pull it up on this, if I pull it on my...
It's high noon.
It's high noon. Yeah, it's working on my desktop too. That's weird. I don't know. I'd maybe give it a second and then give it a couple minutes and then retry it, but it's really weird. I don't know why I walked in here. I don't have any reason to be here. My phone only the audio works in the black screen. Yeah, that's what it was before I fixed it, but it was doing that for me too, and then I did something and then stopped doing it for me, but it didn't stop doing it for you, which is what I'm finding strange. Which is why I thought reloading it might have helped. I have to get rid of those, I guess. Do other people watching face this problem or still me? Well, you're the only one watching right now, so I couldn't say. And that hadn't happened before. That's the first time that's occurred. I've never seen that error before in my life, actually. I have no idea what it meant. I've never seen it before. It's a mystery to me. It says 6 watching? Oh, it does. Well, it says 5 watching for me. Hello, people who aren't yapping. I wasn't paying attention to the view count. I assume if they're watching on Twitch and not even chatting, then it must be working fine for them. That's my presumption. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because like, look, I'm not sitting in a Twitch chat if, oh, it's jumped down to 3. Maybe 2 people, it's not working for them. I don't know. Yeah, and one of those is probably just me, and one of those is you. So, there might be a mystery person. I don't know. What do I want to do? I want to get rid of these wheel heads. I don't know why people place random heads. There you go. Stupid. Stupid bozos. What? Yeah, we'll put a wheel head there. We have an outdated wheel head here. Less outdated, but still outdated wheel head. Okay. One idea I did have was I can clean up all of this area a little bit so I can, like, I don't know, fill stuff in. Maybe I could do some of this and, like, connect it up to here. I kind of want to just clean up the edges of all of this area because I know this is the shape I want, but I needed, like, a wall instead of a cliff. That makes sense? That probably doesn't make sense. That's fine. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Really? Pizza Buff Live is now live? Pizza Buff is now live? I didn't realize that. Thanks, Stream Elements. Stream Elements is just catching up too. No way, for real? For real. Actually, another thing I could do is I could take torches and I could fill in, like, all of these spots above. Because I kind of... Pause. Pizza Buff. Use your words. I know there's some dark spots up here. Or some mobs might be able to appear. I want to terraform this area in the semi-near future. It's gonna be a pain though if it all is like this. I can at least fill in spots that are, like, close by that are mob spawnable with light. Ooh, hello. Bye. Ew. Out of my inventory. I should start with the thing that's most important, actually. This area. All right, let's see. Let's see. What I definitely know I can do is I can dig areas out here that are lined up with the wall. And I'm gonna start with a 2-block thick, and also anywhere here where it's not actual stone. No way for real. No way for real. But, like, areas like this, just fill this in. Get rid of all the stuff on top. I don't know. We'll just, like, I can sleep here. I don't know why this is broken. I think it's my animations mod, but it's broken. Yeah, I can kind of just clean up this wall a little bit, make it less dumb. Sleeping in storage? Tough. Well, I haven't made the corporate tower yet, which is where my bedroom and office is going to be. But I'm technically homeless. Well, not really, because I have the bunker. I have the fort. I have the bunker on the other side of the mountain, but I'm just not using it. Huh. I didn't know that was there. Who needs a home when they got storage? You read my mind. It's true. 100% true. Who needs a house when they have a warehouse? Got the word house in it. So I don't know why you need anything else. Of course, it's got to rain too. Thanks, Minecraft. Ooh. Hi, you're back there. I don't need to mess with you, I don't think. And there's also spots down here, like you. I can just get rid of you. Like you. I can just get rid of you. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. Why is there a granite block here? Where did that come from? Okay, you know, it's fine. All right, this is already looking better. Yeah, I just gotta surround this entire area, and I think I'm gonna dig out some of this. I mean, maybe I'll just raise it more. I mean, yeah, I think I'll just raise it more. I think I'll raise it up with more of the level where the rest of the basin is. Are you making a nuclear reactor? Not yet, but that's what this spot is going to eventually be. It's just, it's not my immediate project. But yes, eventually I will be. Or I don't know what to classify it as yet, because I have like an idea in my. I guess it will still be nuclear. It will probably end up being a fusion reactor. More than anything else in terms of what it looks like. Like the original idea was make it fusion punk. Like make it so it is a fusion reactor. Everything's powered by fusion. I want to stick to that. As best I can. But we'll see what happens. We shall see what occurs. And then this entire line can just get... Or just go mine all this out. This is the kind of thing that's like... This is why I think I'm just going to make the roof higher rather than try to dig all of the terrain down before I terraform it. Because I think it would just be a lot easier. I do have some ideas for how I actually design the build of the reactor, but my actual, I don't have any actual work done on it yet. I haven't really gotten to that stage in the process yet. But hopefully in the next handful of months it happens. I'm hoping within 6 months I do the trip to the Farlands thing. So, like, that's a pretty reasonable timeline, I think. Or, like, yeah, because if I do the reactor in, like, 2 or 3 months, then I have 2 or 3 months to do other stuff and then, like, build everything for the launch and launch. And yeah, okay. Yeah. That's a pretty, that's like my anticipated timeline. I don't know if a 2 block is the right move for this, but I think it's gonna be fine. Zombie up here. Hello? Something like that. Seriously, why does it have to be raining right now? Minecraft, why must you be the way that you are? Something like that. 11. I just have the ways it spreads too far. Can I sleep? I don't think I can sleep yet. No, sun hasn't set. And it's not thunderstorming, it's just raining. Because it wants to make my life as difficult as possible. Take down Good. Very good. Yeah, this isn't too bad. Something like this. I might make it a 3rd block wide, but haven't. I mean, it's gonna be filled in with stuff, I guess. Anyway, it's not gonna be open, so the thickness doesn't really matter. I'm really just trying to make a proper border to kind of gauge where the edges are, so I can terraform around it. Because I've come up with more terraforming ideas. Actually, like, recently relevant terraforming ideas too, which I don't want to spoil too much for the next video. No, actually, it might not be the next video. It might be the second to next Echocraft video, and it definitely won't be the next video at all. Like, video of all of the videos, but you get what I'm trying to say. Second to next, sometime in the near future, Echocraft video. There will be a lot of digging out dirt for this terraforming project, though. A lot of it. Oh, I get to sleep now. Sleepy time. Get rid of the rain! There we go. Very good. Might as well dig this out too while I'm at it. This will need dug out sooner or later. Okay. So that's cleaned out a little bit. Let's see what we can do with it. And we just fill that in. It's a big step. Oh, 2 and then 3. There. Look at that. Okay. Now we can do the back. We can do this back wall. We dig all of this out. All right, let's see here. Let's fill all of this in. What we're left with is a border that's much too short. Alright, well, we gotta go over here first because this has some spots. Okay. And this is what we have. Trying to establish then how high I want this to go. I'd also like to try. Do I want to do that? Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. Let's just build up two at a time. On like all the way around. Just ring ourselves all the way around until we get to a point where we're happy. I'm gonna stop filling in that side because I can just light it up and use much less stone. Just keep doing this. Yeah. What do we think of that height? That's better. It's still not quite on the level of where the terrain is, though. This is gonna need to get cut away significantly, though, anyways. So even if we just get it to here, this will all get cut away quite a bit. I'm gonna cut this away, probably, or at least, like, make it step ladder up. Yeah, because there's going to need to be a back to this, so that I don't want that interfering too much, so that's going to need to get cut away. I am just gonna have a terraforming episode one of these days. It's coming. It's on its way. It is steadfast in coming. More torches. Oh, hi. Hey. Out here. Okay. That should be more of the layers. Let's see here. Let's see here. It's a decent height. I think I want to go a little bit higher. Let's go another 3 blocks up all the way around. And then evaluate there. A lot more stone than I thought it would be. It's a good thing I have infinite stone. Good, that's still working. Gotta make sure all the actual streams are going through after what happened at the start of stream. Let me just, there we go. Okay, let's get some more. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of terraforming cleanup to do. A lot of digging and a lot of smoothing things out for me to make this area look the way I want it to, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. I think it's gonna be worth it. Ah, there we go. And we say that that looks good enough. I think it does. I think it looks good. I'm gonna need probably another stack or two stone. But that means I can make it 2 blocks thick again at the top. Everywhere. Four, two, two, one, two, one, 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 one. Easy peasy. 2, 1, 2, 2, 4. Center one. And then we just finish it off. Good. Throw the stone back in here. Throw the torches back in here. We take the pants off. And yeah. That's not half bad. Yeah. So that's the hole. That's the hole. Man, I'm gonna have to integrate that into it somehow. I'm gonna have to make this look more natural. How do I integrate this extra bit into the environment here? I'm gonna have to figure out this transition from this into that greater area in there. I guess I don't have to worry too much about the actual interior for a while yet. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry. I'm not gonna worry too much about the interior. Ooh. I bunged that up, didn't I? Oh. Give me another half stat. Okay. So now I could do that, but honestly, I don't feel like it. I do not feel like building another one of these right now. There's just not much else I wouldn't rather do. All those are fine. I guess I can just dig out some stuff with the... Let's set up a beacon, actually. Let's set up a beacon. Why not? One, two. I'm missing a jukebox that I usually have in there. Usually I keep a spare jukebox with me. There we go. Let's make it haste and haste 2. All right, very good. And this will help us out all around here. Yeah, I suppose I suppose I could just get started. Ooh, or I could just collect more resources for the tower. I don't know which project I want to work on more imminently, actually. Terraforming around here, which is a sulfur thing that I had an idea for, and that's probably more imminent update-wise, or this, which is more imminent in terms of I've started the project and need to finish it. Decisions. Oh, this area does really start to break in Voxy whenever you go outside of it, doesn't it? Wow, that's fun. Look at that. It's very broken. Okay, let me sleep real quick. I suppose I'll start digging. I have to use the bathroom though, so we'll be right back. Be right back very soon. Enjoy. In just 1 minute. Okay, I am back. Let me just sit back down. Okay. Very good. Let's see. I'll clear out these 2 trees. These definitely don't need to be here. Hello, Mr. Bat. Let's see here. I'm just gonna cut away at anything that's like a little bit, like obviously too much or too close. So we'll start with this. And we can, it's gonna all be covered up. None of the grass is gonna stay, or at least not very much of it will. So there's really no problem with me just like cutting everything away. Even if it is pretty aggressive, it's not really an issue, so I'm just gonna do it. And there will need to be a dip actually around this. There's gonna need to be a lot of room here. Yeah, this is all, basically this whole section is gonna need cut away. And this is gonna need to get turned into cliffs. So yeah, basically everything up here is gonna need to be removed. Including probably this mound of snow. I feel like I live in Canada. I have a snow chest, right? I definitely have a snow chest somewhere. I've got a... So storing... Yeah, I have a snow chest somewhere. Definitely do. Good. Because I'm going to have a lot of snow. Deposits. Make a deposit. First, you, and you. Any room for, well, grass, yes. Dirt. We'll dump the dirt in here as well. Snow? No chest. Although I'm realizing that this was stupid putting the snow layers on the top one. Just because I had more of it then did not mean I would normally have more of it. So we're gonna switch those two. Cool. And we'll keep filling that as we go. A lot of snow. A lot of snow. I don't know if that's snow all the way through. That's a crap ton of snow. I hope it's not snow all the way through. Actually, I don't care if it's snow all the way through now that I say that. It's just, I'm not going to be able to store all of it. It's snow all the way through. Doesn't look like it is though, because this layer looks like stone underneath this, so at least on this level until it gets to the edge. That's like 5 layers deep of snow though. That's pretty substantial. Will, I see you watching. Hello, William. I know you're here. Oh, he ran away. I scared him away. Scared him away. I have nobody. No one loves me. Will hates me. He despises me. Yeah, this whole like section, basically anything in that area is gonna need to get cut way down because that's where the actual railgun's gonna be. And this whole section's gonna need cut down quite a bit as well. This chunk here. And then that's gonna need fixed and filled. And these parts are gonna need filled. Like there's some weird ridges here that I want to fix eventually, but this isn't part of the scope of what I'm doing yet. So, yeah. A lot to work on here. Glad I'm doing it on stream actually, because I didn't really realize how big of a project this would be, and I was kind of like, I want to save it for on camera. That was a stupid idea. Glad I did not end up doing that. Oh, no layers in there. Any more torches for the stash. Look at this. Plenty of snow here. Ah. Now I can just chip away at this layer by layer. Chip away at the snow, and then at the stone, until I get to the point that I'm happy with it. Huh. My watch is done charging. Okay. That's not too bad of a dig project, I think. Just keep digging, I guess. Another layer. Now, one problem with going layer by layer like this when digging away parts of mountains and stuff is that it gets more tedious the further in you go, not less. Because I'm starting from the top where it's the thinnest, and it's just getting wider and wider of a dig site as I go down. So I'm actually making the problem worse for myself as I'm going. Okay. It's fine. We just gotta keep emptying all of our blocks and stuff. No, plenty of snow blocks. I keep forgetting that I'm gonna have to like re-texture all of the mountains here as well. And even just doing like here to here took me several days of texturing and work and stuff. I'm gonna have to terraform out here, probably to like here. Terraform all of this area. Although, I should probably just texture this and then be done. Because I don't want to like extend into the shopping area. So like it really should just be here to make that look consistent and then kind of cut it off. And then we'll fill this back area with forest. Yeah, okay. I should do kind of the same terraforming back here probably though, if I want to be really consistent. And like fill some of this area with some of that kind of terraforming. And then of course I'm going to have to do this kind of like groundwork around here. And I'm going to have to transition into this biome somehow. But I want this whole area back here to be ice spikes again. I might end up making custom ice spikes. Although that will also be a project for other people to contribute to back here with the ice spikes, I think. Yeah. I'm going to be reworking all of this. Ooh, are these oxidized? What's this? Why is there a hopper here? Just a random hopper. Okay. These are all oxidized. Good. I'm just waiting for all of these to oxidize here. And this big flat surface we had. These in here. Sure. Can't believe it's raining again. Can I sleep? I can't even sleep. It's raining again. Again. Not frustrating at all. Oh, I haven't seen... Hey. Hello, MJ. Hope you're doing good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Also, is this running? I just realized I had something that was supposed to be running. And it's not doing that. Okay, we'll see if that works now. I just have to keep it open. Oh! Why did it do that? Okay, sorry, that was weird. Oh, it's snowing. Actually, that's fine. That's fine. It can be snowed. I don't care. Just keep on digging. Not bad for the bit rate of my stream at all. Okay, pretty easy. 13 seconds. Okay, I wonder if I just have to keep Caster Labs open then for that. I'm trying some new stuff to like send in the chats automatically. But I want to see if it works, and if so, if there's any, if it works at all, are there any issues with it that I need to resolve, or if I want to adjust it. Just waiting for it to activate for the first time because it's on a timer. Hello there. Oh, you pick up items. Good for you. You're still gonna die. Oh, you dropped a carrot too. Okay, now I can sleep. It's officially nighttime. Eep. Eep. Gravel chest. Stone chest. My waist. Wallflowers. Ores. Ores. Do some more removal of this. Okay, let's make it less boring for a minute here. I haven't visited Cake's new construction in person yet. You know, I watched the video he put out today. So let's go see what it looks like. Oopsies.
I'm
Didn't mean to do that.
Steve.
Alright. Well, I've seen the outside of it. The outside of it is very pretty. I like this. I like all of his ruined buildings. He's very good at making things look like they're dilapidated and overgrown. You built the inside here. Ooh, you missed a block. Maybe that was intentional. I don't know. Ooh. Oh, the chandelier's off center. I both like it and I hate it because it's like, it's not symmetrical, but also it is kind of ruined. Like it's not gonna, like it kind of adds to the vibe. I don't know. This is great. I like the benches, the broken down benches. Even just the like wooden like paneling going up to break up the walls. That's very effective. Yeah. And that looks good. Looks very good. And the altar. Nice. The candlesticks. I like the candlestick trick. It's one of my favorites. Looks good. I'm just gonna do a fly around and see if anything else interesting is happening. Everything looks so pretty with Voxy. That hasn't changed. I don't think Oh. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, some stuff's been added. Okay. Okay, there's progress here. I don't want to spoil it too much, but that's progress. I don't think Spec's made any progress. Spec will probably make progress soon since he just released a single player episode, so we'll probably start working on Echocraft sooner rather than later if I had to guess, because he's kind of like a knight where he builds in single player, then builds in Echocraft, then builds in single player, then builds in Echocraft. Everything looking normal there. I don't know what's up with this tree. It's a tree. It's a dead tree. It'll be a tree eventually. That's where I'll finish this building. The podcast room. The outside's definitely finished. I don't know if it's finished, but more finished than it was. On equals live. Okay. Oh, that's cool. I love these things. This is so smart. It's gonna be a lot easier with cushions whenever those appear as well. That's cool. I like that area. Gem hasn't added anything. Not that I can tell, at least. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's trees here now. Oh yeah, I saw a screenshot of that. There's more trees. Expansion of the trees that already existed. Very, very good. Has Will built anything else? Not that I can see. Unless he's working on the mountain back here, which he might be. I know he's working on a video. He is working. He's trying to get stuff done. I just don't know where he's making the progress. I know he's currently working on something. Oh. Oh, he like shaved the top of this mountain off. Or at least he started it. I forgot that he was going to do that. I don't want to go over to Chloe's because I know there will be spoilers there. That's gonna be soon. It looks like that's just what's been happening. There's minor stuff that happens all the time. And occasionally something gigantic will just appear over the course of like 2 days. Or 1 day or 6 hours. Like usually you run around and not too much has changed. But occasionally I fly over someone's base and like the entire base has been moved 4 blocks to the left. It's a very strange cycle. Ooh, emerald. How do I want to manage this? So this is probably going to be like here-ish. So I want it to be a little bit lower, I think. Maybe I can have like a plat, like an area there. And then like an area there. Yeah, so we'll need to go a few blocks lower than this, at least. Maybe 2 or 3 blocks lower than this layer. Then once we get that few blocks lower, then we can kind of just make a plateau, and then we can go down more. At like thinner parts. We can thin out how much we're doing. I'm gonna need to repair my shovel soon enough. I would do a disease shop, but I don't want to overuse it. And I think going to the end is still a little bit faster. Pulling out the right tools. Bonk. Give me the haste again. Give me the haste again. Here we go. Might as well take this stuff down. Bop, bop. Okay. A lot of azure bluets. Yeah, let's see. Does this go here? I don't know how far it'll extend, though. That's the thing. I don't know how tall it'll be. I don't know how far it'll extend out. Like, for all I know, it could be up to here. Which, honestly, I might make it up to there. That might end up happening. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. So I do kind of want it to be, like, not like it's sunken down. So it might even be up to here. So we might not even have to worry about it below here. But I don't want to lock myself into something. Rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's rough. It's hard to make these decisions so far ahead of time. For things that do actually matter quite a bit for the build, but it's just like kind of hard to nail down. I'm curious, where is this compared? So that's the edge of the storage room. That's here. Oh. Gosh, he's taking out more. It's gonna be so tall. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Where do I want this to cut off? Where? I'll just dig more out. What am I trying to say? When in doubt, dig. This is gonna be an upper level, then it needs to be a little bit smaller. Sure, that can be an upper level. We'll call it that. And then we'll go down more blocks. And we'll make this like plateaus. Or at least we'll start with that as like a basic layout. And it might get more complex as I actually build on top of it. But for now, it'll just be that. Hey, I swear I was here. Aw, he hates me. I can't believe everyone hates me. No one loves me. The universe is against me. The election was rigged. It's over. It's the only reason I got on this server. Yeah, it checks out. I don't know what else I was expecting. But with love. So now you guys show up. Now you guys all show up. Of course, of course, of course. I would expect nothing less. How you guys doing? How is everything? There we go. Ooh, drop all this. Drop that, drop that, drop that, drop that. There you go. Nope. Don't give me that. Nope. Give me that. Yeah, that's not too bad. We're gonna need some serious, like, dips. You look up Geyser Basin. See, I want to make a lot of those. I want to make a lot of those. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sparrow. Yeah, see, that's what I want to make. This is really pretty. It's like a blue almost into the yellow, into the red. Like a blue-green. I want the colors. I want rainbows in my mountain. I want rainbows. Why is it raining again? Pizza? I'm sorry. Everything's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. There's no problem with the rain. The rain is normal. There's no issues. with it raining 6 times during your stream on Echocraft, there's no issues with it. It's not a problem at all. And in fact, the insinuation that it would be a problem is frankly ridiculous. Because there's no problem with it. It's not an issue. It's never been an issue. We're doing a Simply Night with a double underscore. That's true. I could do a Simply Night by switching the 1 underscore to a double underscore. But I'm not going to do that. I also want rainbows in my mountains. Yeah. Yours might just be regular rainbows, though. Mine are going to be, like, rock rainbows. Yours, it would make sense if they were just, like, regular old rainbows, you know? But mine have to be, like, a little bit realistic or whatever. You have to make sense with a woke agenda will infest everything. Because we know you can't be having that for a corporation. No corporation wants the woke agenda in the backyard. I hear a zombie. Hello there. Oh, cool. Rock rainbows. Yeah. I'm going to be making, like, geyser basins all around the bowl of the mountain here. So this mountain is in my head. I'm logicking this out. This mountain is actually a collapsed volcano. So it's like, you know those like dormant volcanoes or like semi-dormant volcanoes that are like up and then they all like it collapses in. So you've got the mountain peaks around the sides and it collapses in. That's my logic. So this whole basin is actually like a semi-active geological zone. So there's gonna be a bunch of geysers. There's gonna be like hot, like a bunch of like hot pools. And then with the sulfur and the red stuff, the cinnabar. Oh, like how minerals around Yellowstone make it kind of rainbow. Yes, but even more so than you see at Yellowstone. Geyser basin. Let me see if I can pull this up easily. I'm kind of thinking like, oh, yeah, like this. Let me pull this up. Like this. Nope, not like that. Like this. This. Kind of. Basically this. And then geyser. And there's going to be some spots that are just like the tower, like the little pillars that shoot water out the top like actual Yellowstone is. But these are really pretty because you got like a, in deeper ones, you've got like a blue as well. I'm going to make sure I'm not dying real quick. In deeper ones, it's more blue as well. But you can see this one, it goes like blue at the dark and then the greens, which I'm imagining I can do with, actually I don't know what I could do with the green. Maybe prismarine, like dark prismarine and regular prismarine and then sulfur here along the edge and then cinnabar and granite and like netherrack out like the darkest reds. Old Faithful, yeah. I approve of that kind of rainbow. Yeah. And then you can have like a salt line, like a salt lines around the edge. So I want to have a bunch of these and I want to make it look like there's steam coming out of them. And I want to have geysers coming out of them. So steam I can do with like just campfires sitting underneath, you know, so I can put some campfires underneath where I can build like some fog with some glass and stuff. So around the whole basin, let me just give me a moment to put this away. This is getting full. Around the whole basin, essentially, I've marked out where the actual construction is going to lie, pretty much. Pretty much going to be around here. But around the whole basin, I'm gonna clear all of this out pretty much and replace it with those like bunch of little pools of geysers and hot pools, hot springs and stuff, and smoke and stuff. So the whole area looks like it's like latent geothermal activity. And it's honestly making me think that it would be cool to incorporate that into this room as well. Like, you have the nuclear power. Or, ooh, I make it so, ooh, it looks like the reactor is pumping more and more hot water into this area as well, or pulling water from underneath or something. Ooh, that could be kind of neat. There's some ideas there. I haven't fully worked it out, but that's something I want to work on. And I'm not going to be able to do everything I want to do in the episode where I start working on it, but it's going to be like how I did over here, where I have one episode where I just kind of demonstrate how I'm doing the building with all of this and how I'm doing the terraforming, and then I just do more of it in the background as I get chances and I don't have higher priority builds. Prank pool becomes accidental lore build. Kind of, actually. The prank pool was like, you know, ooh, some water would be kind of cool down here. But then I looked at the sulfur update and I was like, wait a minute, that'd be kind of sick, actually. So the sulfur update's really what inspired it for sure. But the prank pool, I don't know, maybe it subconsciously affected me. It's totally possible. I did have to remove the Zedskova heads on the prank pool though, because it did cause me to pop a totem. So, you know. Now it's just empty prank pool. No Zedskova heads. Oh my gosh, Sean's here. Sean's gonna yell at me and then leave, isn't he? Oh no, he's actually sticking around. He's actually staying! He doesn't hate me! Yippee. What a treat. I have to repair my shovel very, very soon, actually. Oops. Give me... That was a pity wave. Don't be fooled. Was it... So the mere presence of Zedskova head popped the totem? No, it was... I was flying into the pool to stop my momentum before I went into the storage room, and I happened to hit the Zedskova head instead of the water. What you up to? Digging. Yeah. Not really. Oh, fun. Reverse digging. I feel like there's a joke there that's actually good. Pizza? What's up? Careful with that word backwards. Oh. Yeah, I can see how you need to be careful with that. It's okay though, because I can actually type, unlike some people. It's much rarer for me to mistype something to be bad. I feel like I need to go prepare my shovel. Getting a lot of wildflowers out of this too, which I don't know if I'm ever going to use, but nice that I have them. I also have to remember when I'm doing this that eventually I'm just going to like, when I make the railgun, it's going to like crack open the side of the mountain. I still don't know how high up the railgun's going to be. I don't know if it's, I don't think I want it to be like down on the ground here. I want to lift it a little bit. I want it to have some structure to it. But then, how do I build the structure around it? I don't really know how any of this works. Need to Google what a railgun is. If you want an idea of like an actual visual idea of what I'm going for, look up Halo Mac Cannon, MAC. Or I guess just Mac, because Mac Cannon is kind of redundant because Mac includes the word cannon in the acronym. But just look up Mac Cannon. You'll understand what I'm going for. MAC stands for Magnetic Accelerator Cannon, and it's essentially the same idea as a railgun. It's just in Halo, it's a more advanced technology. But essentially, it's you take magnets and you use them in a very specific way to make something go from 0 velocity to a lot of velocity very, very quickly. And then that metal thing turns into a projectile that has enough kinetic energy to just be a bomb, essentially. This is very PEC vibes. Exactly. Railguns do exist. They're just very hard to keep from shaking themselves apart. I think the Japanese have done it to some extent. The US tried and failed and just kind of gave up and let the Japanese do it. They're mostly... Sorry, I'm going to turn these guys down. They're quite loud. Mostly, I think the Japanese have a couple functional ones. I think they want to put them on, like, naval ships. They want to put them on, like, battleships and stuff. On cruisers. It's like a very long-range weapon. And also as a very precise point defense weapon. Because you can use it to take out... Because they shoot so fast, you can, like, aim perfectly at a missile or something and then obliterate it. One shot, because you're basically just firing like a solid cylinder of tungsten, or sometimes depleted uranium, anything that's like super dense, right? Dense and hard. Any like dense metal that will have a lot of kinetic energy to it, and that you can magnetize and send through, and it just goes throughout like a couple of rails. That's why it's called a railgun, because you've got 2 rails of or sometimes 4 if you have 2, or you have 2 4. So it's either just on the sides or on the sides and top and bottom. And then those rails like quickly, they essentially change their polarization, so you have to like turn them on and off all the way down, so that it's pulling metal towards the front and pushing from the back, and they can just kind of like cycle it forward. Wow, I didn't know I redeemed Mac autism. Well, okay, to be fair, You all redeemed autism permanently by befriending me. So sounds like speed and power without explosion. Essentially, yes, because none of the rounds for railguns typically have like a payload on them. They are just really fast moving chunks of metal, like Mach 10 or 20 speed, which is essentially over 20 times the speed of a commercial airliner. Much faster than even like missiles go. But they hit with so much force that it just explodes things anyways, right? Because once it hits something, the projectile essentially evaporates. It just poof. And all of the mass that just evaporated and all of the speed that it had gets transferred into the target and just obliterates it. It creates craters and mountains kind of thing. Just from it's like making a tiny horizontally traveling asteroid. And in Halo, the Mac cannons, they have them built into the spines of their spaceships, so they can use them as really long range weapons, and they're like the only things they have against the much more advanced aliens that are pretty useful. So the explosion doesn't require an explosion to work, just makes explosion. Yeah, it's not like a chemical explosion like you would have with a bomb. It's just so much force that it just creates an explosion as it gets destroyed. Like I'll show you guys a Mac cannon firing Halo. Here we go. We'll pull up this, and you guys can see what I'm talking about.
One way to get their attention. Hang on to your teeth, people.
So there's the ship. That's the ship, or one of the ships. And it shoots it down the spine here, and it's got, so the top and bottom here have like magnets in them. That's kind of like, it's the whole ship in Halo is built around the Mac cannon. And you saw it very quickly. It's incredibly fast, and it just obliterates. Now, unfortunately, the human ships in Halo are not particularly powerful other than the Mac cannons, so they just kind of die to anything else if they're too close
Somebody tell me
range.
this ain't happening.
UNSC frigate Grafton. Do you copy?
Grafton is dust. We need to get out of here.
Yeah, they're much smaller than the Covenant ships. That's like the belly of one of the Covenant ships. But anyways, that's the point. That's the idea. In real life, they're much less impressive, at least for now, because it's so hard. Like, they are restrained by material properties. Like when the United States military tried making railguns, for like a large scale, for like naval ships or something, every attempt that they made just kind of shook itself apart from the vibration. They couldn't stabilize it. They couldn't keep it from disintegrating itself. The Japanese apparently have pulled it off, but I don't remember exactly like what stage of the development they're at. But anyways, that was my rant. That was my yap session. But yeah, that's what's getting built here eventually. And it's gonna be like a horizontal, like a flipped horizontal version of what like the profile of that ship looked like, kind of. So it's gonna have like the body and then the two rails along the sides horizontally next to each other like this, and then it's gonna fire into the mountain. I think that's my idea. It might change. What will it be aimed at? Well, it's gonna be like here, so like it's gonna be aimed at the mountain. So what it's gonna end up being is, in lore, it's gonna be, it fires, and I'm just gonna fire like test rounds, but because anything's going so fast, in the videos where I fire it, I'm gonna animate it cracking the mountain and like splitting it here as to project as I also go up. So like I come out, but since I'm wearing Elytra, all that speed gives me lift and I go up, right? Obviously, I'm not actually going out the front in game. I'm actually going into the nether, but for the sake of the look, it's gonna be the first test fire will shoot, and then this will become like a crack in the mountain that like splits all the way back, essentially where it lines up. So it'll be aimed at Ike's base, a little to the left, but yes. It's just gonna be going in this direction. It might have to cut through here as well, but then the second firing, where I have the max charge that I actually use for the trip to the far lands, it will already be split, but then it will like widen and get, and like kind of push itself out more, and it'll get spikier, and it'll have some cool effects, is my brain idea. I have concepts for it in my head. But yeah, so like the back of it will be here, and two rails, and then it cracks the mountain open. And the crack in the mountain won't necessarily go all the way back. It just has to crack at some point, because as it's directly coming out of the cannon, it won't really start pulling up until like here. So it'll be pulling up and still going forward at the same time. So it'll crack part way back. You really just want to die, don't you? Weird choice to make in life, but that's fine. I just scraped my foot. My mom's probably texting me. I was right. She was texting. PC, your game audio sounds thin. I don't know how to describe it. I used a plate reverb effect in DaVinci the other day, and it's kind of what your audio sounds like. Your mic sounds normal. Music too. Let me listen to it myself. Hold on. If I can hear it, then I'll. That is kind of strange. It's not quite true to what it actually sounds like, is it? Huh. Is that a... Does that change anything? I don't think that would change anything. Maybe I need a filter on this. I don't think a filter would do anything. You know where the mining desert is? Nah, first test sounded the same as before. I mean, I kind of hear it. Let me check YouTube. Let me check if YouTube sounds the same. Because it might just be a Twitch issue. Because I've never heard that in recordings, right? So, I'm thinking it's a Twitch issue. Testing. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it. I can really only hear it in gliding. I can hear it in the gliding. It's like, instead of the, it's a, like, I don't know how to describe it either, but I hear it. I do hear it. And I'm not entirely sure why it sounds like that. It's like when wind is rushing by. Yeah. Let me try adding a filter. Try this. No, don't play a Domino's ad when I'm trying to watch my own stream. That didn't help. Try this. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail your stream. No, it's fine, because this is something that needs fixed, because that sounds like garbage. You're right. It sounds bad, and I want it fixed. I mean, I've already been streaming for over 2 hours anyway, so I probably would have ended soon. It's so bizarre. Oh. That's meant to sound high-pitched and annoying, so maybe not that is a good example. It sounds bad, and I want it fixed. I mean, I've already been streaming for over 2 hours anyways, so I probably would have ended soon. It's so bizarre. See, that also, I can't make that not sound bad. I can't explain it. That's so weird. That's such a weird, like, problem to have. For what it's worth, I've never heard it in any of other streams or videos. Yeah, that's why I'm confused, because I haven't either. And I haven't really changed anything. Not to both, at least. I mean, I guess I could try switching one thing back that I turned on, but it shouldn't have affected audio. And definitely not on both platforms. It should have, if it was affecting one, it shouldn't have affected the other. That's so odd. It's so weird. It's so strange. I hate it. I don't know. Actually, what does that sound like? Oh, I hate it. I don't know. Actually, see, that sounds normal. Ah. It is really just the gliding sound. I can't hear it really for anything else. I might kind of hear it with the rockets, but it's really just the gliding that I can notice. I can't really notice anything else. It's so strange. Eh. If it comes back, then if it comes back next time I stream, then I'll really start worrying about it. But even then, it's not the end of the world. I don't know. Streaming is a weird thing. It's so strange. I think, I mean, I made some progress today. I built up this. I started cutting this away. I didn't really do much of anything else, but some time well spent, I guess. Yeah. I think in that case then we will end this here. Streaming is weird. I need to do it more. I agree. You should do it more. Why does this stay unstable? Average stream bitrate too high. Maybe that's it. But that shouldn't affect the audio. That should only affect video. Weird. 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 It's all weird. It's all weird and stupid and none of it works. Also, enjoy background. My background looks dope now. At least more so than the green. Or the empty gray did. I got shelf. I mean, there's also, if I point it up more, you can see more stuff. Dope usage. Dope. It's dope. You know, like the drug that everyone loves taking. Because we love drugs. I love drugs. This is not true. Don't take my word on that. Which way do I need to point that more? More like there. That's more centered. That's better. That's good enough. Yeah. I like this screen a lot. I don't know why. It's very simple. I think that's why I like it. Because it's just Ta-da. And then the chat. The chat bubble, and then music. It's very easy to understand. Not too much going on. You can just switch the music. Cough. I go kid. Let me I take a shower after this, so I'm just gonna exit the where do I have pings? Oh. I love drugs. Thank you for quoting that. I love drugs. It's my favorite thing. Good screen arrangement. Yeah, it's just like nice. It's just well laid out. And then of course there's me in the middle. Most important part. And then stuff around me. Got you piece. I don't have anything interesting to say anymore. I'm just gonna take this. Everyone go watch this. And we're gonna call it that. Have fun. I'm gonna be hanging around later tonight. Still in the I don't know. I'm just gonna stream now because I'm tired. I don't want to take a shower.
I'm Steve.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all?
Oh, I figured out what it was. I know I just said I was ending stream, but I lied. I left desktop audio on by accident. That should sound normal now. Because it's not repeating itself. Okay. Anyways. Goodbye for real this time.
I'm Steve.
But if you close your eyes, does it